Good morning, everyone, and thank you. And thank you for being here. Welcome to the Digital Navigation Hub. That's a special program designed to support newcomer women in building essential digital skills and learning how to access key online services in Kitchener. This program is proudly brought to you by the Canadian Helpers Society. That's a nonprofit organization dedicated to empowering newcomers through community-based education and support. We also want to thank the City of Kitchener, which has made this program possible through their funding and support. I'd like to introduce our instructor for this program, Dr. Hamed Vahabi. Dr. Vahabi brings a wealth of knowledge and experience. He holds a PhD in mechanical engineering from Colorado State University and completed postdoctoral research in biomechanical engineering at Duke University. He currently works as a senior engineer at GE Verona, and he has over 10 years of experience designing and leading professional training workshops. He also has trained more than 1,000 engineers in Iran and he is passionate about education and community development, of course. Today, we'll begin by, sorry, we'll be, I'm sorry. We'll begin by getting to know each other, learning about the goals and expectation of the program. And we are starting with some fundamental computer and digital skills. Well, we're so glad to have you all here, and we are looking forward to a great learning journey together. So, Dr. Wahabi, we are excited to learn from you. Please.
Thank you. Thanks all for joining. Thanks, Ms. Atepe, for the introduction. So let's quickly go to the course in which we try to learn how to access online services, specifically in the Kitchener um, area. Just before moving forward, Ms. Atepe introduced me. I would like to learn more about your knowledge and experience in working with computer and receive online services. So please, let me see. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, what I need you please just one by one. I cannot see your hand, so otherwise I would ask you to show with your hand. But please introduce yourself and let us know how much you're familiar working with a computer and online services in the Kitchener area. Just before that, what I would like to add here is this is your course, as I always um, tell tell the students and the attendees in the course, this is your course, and we are all here to uh, learn more about these online services. So please don't be shy in asking questions. You can interrupt me whenever you need and raise the question. I may answer your question right away, or probably want you to wait for a few sessions. Those sessions, I would provide more detailed information about the question you asked and answer that question. But at the end of the day, your question need to be answered for sure. So please don't be shy to raise the questions. Now, like I said, I would like to each of you to introduce yourself very quickly and let us know how much you're familiar with working with computer, Windows, meaning Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, browsing tools like Chrome, and also online services available in Kitchener area. Please.
Yes.
Yes.
My name is Shapur. Those stuff you said, Dr. Vahabi, I can say I'm very professional on those stuff, but I'm not sure I am even close to your experience and knowledge. But I can say I'm not that much bad in computer. Thank you.
Good, good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Miss Atife, can you please, if you have access, because I don't see the list of the attendees in my screen, can you please tell the name one by one, help the friends introduce themselves?
Um, okay. Well, Mr. Shopper, can you please help me about the list of the names?
Okay, sure.
Actually, yes,
So
please. Thank you.
if you don't mind, I'm going to ask them one by one to
Yes,
introduce
please.
themselves. Okay. Okay, Charissa, please go ahead.
Hi, I'm Teresa. Actually, I work now as a call center agent, but I think I need more. I need more lesson or need to learn more. I think my knowledge is not that enough. The same as you, Dr. Hamid. That's why I'm joining this session to get more information about this online services about the kitchen.
Thank you.
Now, how about Mr. Atefe, Miss Atefe?
Oh, shall I also share?
Sure, it will be our pleasure.
Okay, sure. Well, actually, I'm not bad with the computer, but I don't think that I have enough knowledge about it. Actually, I teach online. I use some platforms. Well, I use somehow a little bit of, I can say, AI to just spice up my, teaching profession. And also I use Word and Excel and something like that to schedule my classes. And also I can say, yeah, that's it just for typing and just, sharing something. I use these kind of things, but not enough, of course. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Krisha, please go ahead, introduce yourself and your knowledge in computer.
And mute your.
Krisha, you are muted. Unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Yeah, she's not, maybe not comfortable. Okay.
And how about let's hear for Ninia?
I have little knowledge about. Oh, I'm Nina, by the way. I have little knowledge about computers, like applications and computers like Microsoft and Excel, but I'm not that good yet. But I hope that I be good in the future.
Okay, thank you.
Uh, how about Hanley? Hanley. Yeah, how about Tricia? Should you call this? Try to
Well,
unmute your
I'm Trisha.
computer.
Well, I can say that little knowledge of digital. I really good at
as you see, Dr. Vahabi, many people here, they know computer, but they are not very, very professional. So even in making unmute, mute, sometimes they are getting problem. So
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can escape for now. The reason I was asking is I wanted to see how much I should spend time on a different part of the uh, this course. But after this session, I guess we would have better understanding. Please feel free to reach out to me or Mr. Shapur. And like I said, I mean, raise your concern and comments whether you want me to go faster, to spend more time on something, or spend less time on something. This schedule would be very flexible. Okay, so um, let's move forward. Um, Now, in terms of online services, it contains a wide range of activities on the internet, like banking and payment, shopping with price comparison tools, apply for jobs and services, access to training materials, and receive updated news and so on. So a lot of different activities could be done on the internet, and we'll try to learn more how to use these um, tools in this class. By the way, some of you folks are unmuted. If you can mute your voice, that would be much better.
Miss Liesel, please mute your, yeah, not good.
That's great. Thank you very much. So,
Excuse me,
a lot.
Liesel, mute your phone. Yes. I will
There we
do
go.
myself. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, a lot of benefits involved in these online services. The first, to me, most important one is there's no limitation on time, location, and condition where you want to use the online services. Like, for example, imagine it is late evening on Saturday, you're sitting on your sofa at home, even you may not feel good, you have some cold or something, but still you can apply for some job position online, or you can watch a training video when you're laying down, right? So it is very flexible. That's why most of people love these online services. The other beauty is you have access to services across the globe, and you're not limited to local services. And the other thing is you may have access to online guides and supports. Like, for example, when you are filling a, an application, um, if you go to the company, you may or may not find someone to help you fill the form. But if you fill the form online, most likely we'll be able to find some good resources and instruction on how to fill the form and submit it, right? So these are the benefits of online services, but along with them, there would be some drawbacks. Most important one could be potential fraud risk and scams. When you go to a office and fill the form in person, you know where you went and what you're feeling and who receives your form and information, right? But if you do it online, the question is it a right place to fill my form? Am I sending this to a right person? Is there any fraud or scams involved? If you receive an email asking you to do something, is it a genuine email, or it is a scam? So these questions and concerns are important to know before working on receiving online services. The other concern is that data breach. When you share your information online, are you sure that the information is going to be safe, or there is a risk of data breach there? And the other thing is unreliable data online, like for example, fake reviews. When you go to a store, buy some goods, you have the chance of testing that material and make sure that this is, to a good extent, this is what you're expecting. But when you buy something online, you don't have access to look at that uh, product um, easily, at least. So you need to rely on some information provided there, and you may find, like, for example, hundreds or thousands of five-star reviews there. But the question is, all these reviews are reliable or they are fake reviews? So these uh, drawbacks and concerns need to be considered when you are working online. Now, in this course, we try to address these concerns and questions. So if you think of the goals and expectations in this program, we try to learn how to ensure safety in working with internet. We try to learn how to find and use local and governmental online services, how to perform safe online banking and shopping, how to use online tools to search for, like, for example, house, jobs, job positions, products, etc., how to access and use educational systems, how to control and limit the kids in accessing the internet, and how to find and use simple AI tools, or let's say artificial intelligence tools for daily needs. Okay, these are what we try to cover in this course. Hopefully at the end of the course, you'll have much better idea on these subjects. So the syllabus of the course would be a program orientation, in which try to learn more about the program, the goal and expectation today, and then an overview of how the Digital Navigation Hub will help newcomer access essential online services. Next item would be computer and Zoom basics, in which we try to learn more about the fundamental computer skills instruction, introduction to Zoom features, email account setup, and digital communication. Next would be the internet safety and search skills, in which we try to learn more about the safety practices, like, for example, what is a good password, what is a good strategy to create passwords for different websites and applications, and so on. What is phishing and scams, how we can avoid being involved in these problems. Um, and file management and organization strategies. And next one would be the city resources available in the city of Kitchener. Receive some guide to Kitchener Municipal website and online services available there. Learn more about accessing Ontario online services. And then we'll have hopefully some good information be shared about banking and financial services, online banking basics, managing financial accounts digitally, and secure transactions. And then some, housing search and applications, like want to learn more about how to navigate a rental listing websites, digital rental applications, and Kitchener tenant right resources. I also received some guides on setting up utility account online and how to pay our bills online securely. Next, we'll discuss job search and employment resources available in Kitchener. We'll learn more about effective online job searching and completing digital job applications. And also, uh, I'll help you set up a LinkedIn profile for networking in Kitchener job market as well. We'll discuss more about educational online resources, how to register uh, schools in Kitchener. So basically, we discuss the school registration systems, adult education opportunities, and library online programs. We'll also discuss the educational resources available to newcomers in Kitchener. Next, we'll go through the online community engagement. We'll discuss more about finding local news resources, how to access virtual community events in Kitchener, get to know and receive updates and newsletters related to these events in Kitchener, how to participate in community forums, and connecting with neighborhood groups. Then we'll discuss some additional digital tools, like we'll learn more about additional digital tools like video calling platforms other than Zoom, some calendar management application, cloud storage basics, and essential and useful mobile apps for accessing services and daily needs. Especially for this one, hopefully from next session onward, toward the end of the meeting, we'll bring one good mobile app and discuss the capability of the app, how you can use it. Most of them work based on AI or artificial intelligence. So, but they're very simple to be used and very helpful for your daily needs. So, at the end of each session, you spend a small time, like five-ish uh, uh, minutes to introduce one of those nice applications. We also have discussions on consumer skills and digital security. Specifically, we'll discuss the safe online shopping practices and comparison tools, and consumer protection resources and digital security. And at the end, we'll have a skill review and test and consultation meeting. Any question, comment so far? So as I said before, please feel free to interrupt and ask your question when needed. Don't keep the question in your mind and follow the slides. So let's start with the computer.
Excuse me, I have a
Yes, please.
question. So
Yes,
we are going to have on the end of each session, like 10 minutes or so, a new for AI app, or we are going to continue these sessions, and on the last one or two sessions, we are going to have something about AI.
Yep. No, at the end of each session, we'll spend 5 to 10 minutes to look at an AI app, not necessarily AI, but some useful apps that could be used for your daily needs. And then if there's more interest, we can spend the whole session toward the end of the class. We can spend the whole session on that. But for now, what I planned is at each session, the last 5 or 10 minutes will be spent on introducing a simple, useful app that are mostly developed based on AI.
Thank you.
So Um, Speaking of the computer, what I just want to emphasize is that think of computer as a simple machine as you usually use in your daily life. Like, for example, if you want to create a cup of coffee for yourself using your coffee machine, you need to specify some inputs. Like, for example, there are some buttons here. You, uh, for example, you can specify the type of coffee you want. And then using these buttons, you communicate your need, your input with the machine. Okay, like I said, I mean, you can specify the type of coffee you want to have. Once these inputs are provided to the machine, then there is a board with a lot of small pieces attached to it. The job of that part is to process your input and see what needs to be created. Meaning, once you enter your input, meaning once you specify the type of coffee you want to have, then the input is going to be processed here, and the machine understand, okay, I need to mix this and that and this and that, and then add this volume of, for example, water or milk, and then I need to warm it up for this number of minutes. And there we go. This is how I have to create that product. Okay. Now, once the machine understands how to create the product, it creates the product and give the output to you. For example, the liver, the coffee in this stage to the user. Okay, so we have inputs where you communicate what you need, what you want to do with your machine. Those inputs are going to be processed by the machine, and the machine understands what is the product you're looking for. And then once the product is created, the machine communicated with you as an output and the best way needed, right? This is exactly what happened in your computer. Like, you specify some inputs, communicate your inputs through the keyboard, whether here or on your laptop here, or using your mouse or the touchpad. So using these tools, you specify the inputs of what you want to do. And then once all these information are received, your computer will process everything. There is a motherboard, which a lot of small electronic pieces are connected to it. And they all together process your inputs and understands that, okay, this is the product the user is looking for. So create that product and then communicate that product with you. If it is a video or something like that, you can watch it on your monitor or the screen. If it is an audio, you can receive it through the speaker, or if it is a text or an image, you can print it on a piece of paper. Okay, so we have some inputs. The computer process those inputs and recognize the product need to be develop that product, and then communicate it as an output with you. Okay. Now, the first way of receiving the input from user is your keyboard, where are a lot of keys here, but very simple to use. First keyboard, the first key is the escape key, where think of it as a simple way of moving out of a program you're working with. In most of the program, it works like that. For example, I am showing my slide in a full screen mode, okay? If I want to leave the full screen mode, what I can do is I can just hit this escape button on my keyboard. See, it goes out of the screen mode. Now, a along with that, we have these function keys. We don't want to cover these keys. Most likely, you don't need to use them in your daily work. Then we have these numeric keys here and here. You can use either of them, but on these keys, as you can see, along with the numbers, you have other characters on top of the numbers, meaning these keys can be used for each of these two characters. So if I'm typing on, for example, a Word document, for example, if I press this key, it types 4. But if I press Shift button here and then press this key, it types $sign. Okay, so in some of these keys, most of them are collected here. You have two options, whether the bottom one or the top one. For the bottom one, you can easily press the key. To access the top option or the top character, you need to press Shift button and then press that key to get the upper character. Okay. Then you'll have this letters, alphabet key, and some lock lights. Your keyboard could be exactly the same or a little bit different in shape, but most of the keyboards have all these pieces that I'm introducing now. Now, in lock lights, you're just what you can see is what kind of lock is activated or not. Meaning, for example, you have non-lock on here, and to activate or deactivate the non-lock, you have this key here, and the function is if I press this key, the non-lock is on. It means that if I press each of these keys, that key is not working. So if for any reason, if you click on these numbers in your keyboard and you see that nothing happens, it is because this num-lock is activated. Press it one more time, and this num-lock will be off. It means that the numbers are available now. You can use them again. All right. The other light is the caps lock. Now the caps lock is on. The bottom itself is here. When it is on, it means that when I'm typing, if I press each of these keys, the uppercase form of the letter is going to be typed. A, G, or whatever, the uppercase is going to be typed. If I want to type the lowercase of the letters, I just need to press this caps lock one more time, and this light will be off, implying that the lowercase will be typed in my document. Okay. Last one is yes, please.
Sometimes we have we are typing something. If it is on the middle of another sentence, the next word getting delete. I'm not able to find which key is the problem, which key I should push. Then I don't have this problem.
Well, there are a bunch of different options here. If the general rule is I'll show you when we work with the Word document, but when you type something and for some reason you want to get back to the previous steps, or when you delete something, but you want to recover those deleted items, what you can do is to undo what you did. For that, you have some icons in the program itself, or the short key is to press Control here and then press this Z key here. So Control Z means undo, and it goes back and back and back all the way to what you were looking for. Along with that, there
excuse me, I meant I couldn't explain properly. For example, already there is a word book, and you want to add something before book, like ebook, make it ebook. When you are like pushing E, then instead of we having ebook, B is deleting and E coming and inserting instead of B. So I believe now I could explain. So what is the problem?
I'll show you. When you go back with your arrow key in the Word file, there are two options again there. You can go back without selecting a letter, or you can go back and at the same time selecting that letter. Now, if you go back and select letter B and the letter B is selected, now if you press letter E, E is going to be replaced the selected letter. But if you go back without selecting that letter, E is going to be added to that place. I'll show you when we work with the Word document. I'll show you that.
Okay.
Now, the last light here is scroll lock, and the bottom is here, and the key is here. Now, if you press this scroll lock and this light is on, it means that your scroll feature of the mouse is not working. Meaning, if you're working with your mouse and want to scroll down and up, but it is not working, the problem is here. Just press this key and it will be deactivated, and this will be off, meaning your scroll ability is going to be active again. Okay, so the reason I brought this is sometimes we want to do something, but and it won't work, and we are confused why it is not working. Like, for example, why the scroll button of my mouse is not working, or why I cannot type numbers here, or why the letters are in uppercase. Don't be confused. Just look at these lights and see if it is on or not. And if it is on, then go to this button, or this key, and deactivate it, or vice versa. The next panel is this navigation keys where we call them arrow key as well. So it gives you the ability to move up and down, left and right in the document or program you're working with. And the last series of keys are special control keys here. They have different functions in different programs, but for example, if you have this enter key when you're working in a Word file typing something, if you press enter, you go to the next row and you can type in the next row. Or if you are in other programs and you want to execute a command, then when you press this enter, you can execute that command. We'll see more in different programs we'll work with during this course. You have this shift button here and here as well. They are the same. And the function is, like I said, if you want to go to the alternative option in your key, if you look at your key, on some of these keys, you only have one option, just one letter. But in some of these keys, you have two options, whether, for example, this number or this sign. If you have two options, to go to the second option, you should just press the shift key and then press that key, okay? And these two shift keys are the same. You also have a control key here and here, an alternate key here and here. Like I said, they have very different functions in different programs. We'll see when we're working in different programs. I'll explain more about the function of these keys. And you have a long space key here where you can put more space between characters when you are typing. Okay. Any question here? All right. Now the next way to get input from the user is your mouse, and you have three options here, or three way of communicating. First one is if you go to your computer and move your cursor to an icon, and then press this area of your mouse, meaning left click on your mouse, you can select that object that you stand on your computer. I will show you. The next one is the right click. If you stand on one object, here, for example, if I go to this, if I stand on this icon and then left click using my mouse, this icon is going to be selected. If I go to, for example, this icon and right click on this icon, let me show you here. For example, if I go to this icon and left click on that, the icon is going to be selected. Now, if I go to the icon and right click on that icon, I would have some other options how I want to work with that icon. Okay. So yes, here I have right click, and then I have the scroll wheel to move up and down in the document I'm working with. Okay. Now your mouse could be wireless. If it is the case, then it comes to you with this small USB connection. We call it USB connection. What you need to do is you need to just connect this USB to the back of your computer or to the side of your laptop. There are some USB ports. Just press this to the port, and then your computer will recognize this mouse, and then it can communicate with your mouse and receive the inputs from your mouse. All right. So your mouse could be either wireless or wired. If it is the case, then just connect the end of the wire to your computer and it works the same. Now, for the output, the most important output part of your computer is your monitor, which has a lot of features and information. Most important one here is the left bottom. You have a start button. If I click on this start button, this start menu will show up. Like, for example, if I hit my press on my start button, these start menu will show up. Okay. The start menu includes a list of all programs that are already installed on your computer, and you can use them for your it depends on your need. Okay. The next thing here is icons. Icons refer to some files or documents you have on your computer, meaning if I store a document somewhere in my computer and then put the icon of that document on my desktop, once I double click on this icon, it goes to the document I stored on my computer and open that document. So icon refer to some document or files that are stored on my computer, or refer to a program that is already installed on the computer. like I said, list of all the programs installed could be accessed through this start menu, but sometimes we very frequently use some programs. If it is the case, then you can just put an icon of that program on your desktop. And okay. Next thing you need to know is the mouse pointer or the cursor. It is usually like this or like a hand or something like that. But this is the cursor. Once you move your, like what I'm doing now, once you move your mouse here and there, you can move your little cursor on the screen. Okay. Next thing is the date and time. At the right bottom of your screen, you can see the date and time, and then some notifications, usually something, and then you have the taskbar. All the programs that you already opened, the icon, small icon of those programs are collected here. But the thing is, this taskbar includes, it's a kind of temporarily bar where only the programs that are opened are listed here. Meaning if I close this program, then this icon will be deleted from this list, okay? Now, the beauty of this taskbar is if I open, for example, 10 different programs, I have all those programs here. Now, if I want to, for example, want to look at my emails, I can just go to the taskbar, click on the Outlook, and it shows the Outlook page. Now, if I want to go to Word again, I would just click on this icon. So I have very easy access to all the programs that are already opened, and I can work with them. The next thing is this program button list, where like the icons I explained here, I have the ability to put the icon of the program I usually work with here as well. So either an icon on my desktop or a small icon here. So this list won't be changed if I close the program or not, meaning when I want to open a program, either I can go to the start menu, find the program and open it, or if I have an icon here on the desktop, I can double click on that. Or if I add the icon, a small icon of that program here, I can just go here and click on that icon as well. The next important button here is the power button, where you can shut down or restart your computer, and the setting key here, where you can customize your program on a desktop. Okay. Now, once I hit the start button, this start menu shows up. Now, if the start menu is shown and I just start to write something, type something, all of a sudden this white search bar shows up, and what you're typing is shown here. And at the same time, this list is going to be updated to show what documents and what programs related to what you typed here is available in the list. Okay, so this list is going to be updated based on, like I said, based on what you type here. So if you don't have an icon of the program you want to work with here and here, you can go to the start menu and then scroll down the list, or instead, you can just start type the name of the program and it shows up here, and then you can click on that and open your program. All right. Any question here? Sounds good. So there are useful programs specifically for the sake of this course. All of them, or most of them, are collected under the Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office is a platform in which you can find independent programs, like, for example, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Publisher, and so on. Among all, only these 4 programs are very important for us in this course, and we'll look at them very briefly. The good thing about the Microsoft Office is, like I said, Microsoft Office is a platform on which we have different independent programs, meaning you can open your Word document and start typing your stuff in Word. Now, if you want to use those information in a slide you want to create in PowerPoint, you can easily copy and paste those things into your slide. So in PowerPoint, you can create the slides like what I did for this class. And in Excel, you can type the numbers and perform calculations, develop plots and curves, and a lot of things can be, in terms of calculation, can be done here. And like I said, you can, because all these programs are connected to the same platform, you can easily transfer data between these programs without any concern, which is pretty nice. So you can develop a plot and then copy that plot, paste it in your Word file or in your slide, and vice versa. And then the last one is the Outlook, in which you can send and receive emails, and also you can manage your calendar and so on. We'll look at all these things briefly today, and hopefully, mostly in the next session, before going to the rest of the syllabus. So if I just want to briefly introduce the Word document, you can, like I said, you can go to this start button, and like I said, you can scroll down to see where the Word is, or instead, by the way, can you see the start menu I'm showing now, Mr. Shapur?
Excuse me, one more time.
I'm trying to show how to open a Word file in the start menu. Can you see my start menu, or still you can see
No,
the slides?
no.
All right. Okay. So let me stop share for a sec, and then what I'm gonna share. Oh, sorry. What I'm gonna share here is okay. Now, if you right click on your desktop, then you can open a Word file. Okay. So this is a simple Word file. You have the ability to type and manage your manage what you type, the size of the font, the shape, the color, and everything here. Now, some simple thing here is you can small the size of the window or maximize it, or you can minimize it, and then it goes to the taskbar, and then again, if you hold it, it will show up the screen. You can close the document. Sorry, open it again. So you can open the Word file again, and okay. Now, if you want to type something like name, you have access to change the size. Like, for example, if I select the words, and I have different options how to select the words. First one is I can press the left button of my mouse and then move to the left, or vice versa. I can stand here, press the left key, and then go to the right. This way I can select the letters, or I can just click here and then press Shift, and then one by one select the words. Okay. Now, either way, you can select the words. If you want to change the font, you can change the font. You can change the font size here. And then you can make it bold or simple, italic, or again, not. You can change the color. So you have a bunch of different options here. Okay. Now, if I click here and, for example, want to change this letter, if I just stand here, and write a letter, it will add the new letter to what I already typed. Now, if I want to go back, what I can do is here I have a button called undo typing, right? Now, if I click on that, it will undo. Now, if I want to recover what I already undid, again here, it is redo, meaning it recovers what I deleted. Now, like I said, you have this option to press the control key on your keyboard, and then at the same time key the Z on your computer, and it will undo again, or control and Y, it will redo again. So for undo and redo, undo, control plus Z. For redo, control plus Y. Okay. Now, here's the thing. Now I'm here and I want to like I said, add one more word here. I can just type the word. But sometimes I want to replay. Sorry?
I believe it was not question, just someone
Okay.
by
Okay.
mistake.
All right. So if I want to replace these letters with a new letter, what I can do is I can stand here and I want to select these, for example, 3. I can left click with my mouse and drag it, or I can stand here, press shift, and then the arrow key, and those 3 will be selected. So shift plus arrow key will select these 3. Now, if I select these 3 and then type the new word, for example, see the new word is going to be replace the selected letters. Okay. So this is to answer your question. If I'm here and this letter, for some reason, this letter is selected, if I type a new letter, it will replace the selected letter. But if I'm here and nothing is selected, then if I type a new letter, that new letter is going to be added to the list. Okay.
I remember old days we had a key insert.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you click it, then by automatically when you was typing, the next word, the next letter was going to delete it.
Yes, we have those options were available in the world. Still, they're available, but in different ways. They try to make the program more user-friendly. So most of those things are available here through different icon type menus. We'll look at some of them the next session. But again, there are tons of different things can be done in these programs. Hopefully, next session we'll look more into a lot some more details on these 3 programs, and hopefully Outlook and how to Zoom, and we'll move forward. So I guess we run out of the time today. So let's here.
Yes. Okay.
Just one sec. Next session, like I said, we'll continue with the fundamentals of the computer skills and Zoom features, and hopefully how we can set up an account, an email account, and some more about digital communication. And thanks for joining and listening. Hope it was helpful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you everyone for being here. And your participation actually made this program meaningful. And a special thank you to Dr. Vahabi. We all use your expertise, of course, on computer and digital skills. And I'd like to appreciate our sponsor as well, Canadian Helpers Society and the City of Kitchener, for their support and funding. Once again, thank you everyone for being here. We are looking forward to seeing you all in next session. Have a great time.
Thank you. Have a great week.
Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.